Hi everyone, welcome back to another AutoCAD tutorial. In this session, I am going to construct an epicycloid. One of the fascinating curves generated when a circle rolls on the outside of the another circle without slipping. Without slipping. So, what is the definition of epicycloid? Is an epicycloid is the locus of a point on the circumference of a circle which rolls without slipping on the outside of a fixed circle. Okay, so in simple terms, you can imagine a small wheel rolling around the outside edge of a larger wheel. The path traced by a point on its rim is an epicycloid. So for that I am going to construct a epicycloid. So this is my problem. I am going to copy this one, copy, go to AutoCAD. Here create text, multi-line text. So here I am going to paste my text, Control V. Now I am going to draw an epicycloid. For that, what is the rolling circle diameter is 40 mm. You can find out the theta. Small r by capital R into into 360 degrees. For that, what is that small r here? 20 by capital R is 150 mm diameter, so 75 into 360 degrees is equal to how much it is? 96 degrees. 96 degrees. Okay. So remember 96 degrees, very important, because on the rolling circle rolls another circle, if it is complete one revolution, one path, how much it is travel a distance along with angular distance is nothing but that angle is 96 degrees. So that is small r by capital R into 360 degrees. In your examination you can calculate based on your the given data. So for that I am going to construct a base circle 150 mm diameter. C circle, C enter, D enter, 150 mm is the diameter. This is my circle. Okay. Now I am going to draw a line from the center point. Okay. I will arrange 96 degrees. For that I am going to rotate this line, center, enter, display space point and copy. I want a copy. Put 96 degrees of is 48 degrees. Enter. Now I want to go to mirror this one. Enter this point to this point. No. So I am going to remove this one. E enter. Now I am going to draw another circle of 40 mm diameter rolls. For that, going to the offset command O enter. O enter. Distance is 40. Enter. So select this circle to this circle. Okay. For this, I am going to draw a circle, 2-point circle. Here go to 2-point circle. This point to this point. Again, similarly, you will draw or mirror. First of all, trim it. Okay. Extend this one, trim it, enter. You can draw a 2-point circle again from this point to this point. Okay. Trim, trim. Now you can draw a line from this point to this point. Okay. Using the array command, you can divide it that circle into 12 equal parts. AR array, enter. Select this object, enter. Polar array, center point. Here you can change it 12 parts. Enter. You can explode it for our convenience. Simply X enter, select this one, enter. Okay. Next, what we will do is I am going to give the text text text, enter, select my first point and second point 2.5, enter 0 1. Okay, here you can give 2 3 4, put inner side 5, outer side 6. You can adjust as per our convenience in the diagram. 9 10 11 12. Yeah. Next one, draw circles. CS center from this point to passing through the 1 C 1, again from this point to passing through this 2, next from this point to passing through this 3, next from this point to passing through this point 4, next from this point to passing through this point 5. So trim unwanted circles, enter, and C enter, center point circle, this one. So very important, trim this circle is very important. If you have a line like this from this point to this point, you can trim this center, that is change it to color, suppose say red. Yes, that is your center circle. And actually in real time drawing you will divide this angle into 12 equal parts. Here I am going to divide this center line into divide into 12 equal parts by using the command divide. Select object, select this object, enter 12. Okay, now you can draw the lines from all the points, from this point to this point, from this point to this point, from this point, from this point, from this point. Actually you no need to draw these lines, but actually in our conventional drawing practice, compulsorily we have to draw these lines to divide this circle in, I mean this, to divide this arc into 12 equal parts. But in AutoCAD we have a ready-made commands are there, so we can easily convert into 12 equal parts. So for that you can adjust dim angle, suppose enter, for this point to this point, this is 96. Okay, this is 96. Now I am going to copy this point ED. This is my first center C1. Okay, CO copy. I am going to move this C1 here, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, C12. So I am going to edit ED command here, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, C12. Next thing is, as usual, we can draw the circle from the C1 as center and radius is 20 mm. Or else you can copy circle CO from from the center point to, you can move C1. This is your C1. Identify the point PO where it is passing to the one arc. This is, and remove this circle. Regenerate. Okay, regenerate. Again, copy the circle, center point C2. Okay, and again point you can identify PO here, and again move this circle C2 C3. You can identify the point C3 here. Observe PO, this is your point. Next again you can move the circle from C3 to C4. You can identify the point PO here. Okay, Next you can move C4 to C5. You can locate a point C5, C5 to C6. You can locate a point here. You can mirror it, or you can again do the same exercise. C7, PO, okay, C7 and C8, PO, C8, C9, PO, this point. Again you can move C9 to C10. Again you can identify the point PO. When it is passing through the 10 circle, curve 10, the circle touches the where it is touches. That point will be highlighted. You can move C10 to C11. You can look at the point PO here, and you need not to look at the another point. Remove the circle. Z enter, E enter. Once regenerate, you can go with spline curve, SPL spline, from this first point to this point, 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 Z enter, E enter. Okay, P edit, enter, enter, width. I'm going to give some point to. Okay, you can change this one to some color. Z enter, E enter. So that is epicycloid. This is a epicycloid, and you can give the dimensions dim dia. You can give directly. You can somewhere you can provide like this. Pi 150. Again, you can give the same text here. What text is here? You can just Control C, Control ED, AP cycloid. You can adjust this one. Draw a line from this point. You can adjust this. Maintain for neatness. Erase this. So epicycloid. If you want any other parameters, you can add it. Points exactly. CO, copy. If you want here P6, P5, or P7, you can add it. ED, P6, P7, P5. Again ladder line, LEADER ladder. Enter. As per your convenience, you can look at ladder lines. Enter, enter, enter. Just rolling circle. That's it. Again, there is another circle here. That is, you can write like this. Enter, enter, enter. BAC base, CAR, CLE base. So go to layout. Z enter, E enter. You can adjust like this. You can move epicycloid circle. Go to export PDF. desktop, epicycloid, save. Open your epicycloid diagram, just check it and take the printout and put into your record.